How have the guys held up to the grind of it all, Coach?
You know, you found a way to ask the same questions 8 times.
Somebody's got to ask the first one. See, that's how
Yeah, the same
I
lead-off
could just
question.
say, hey, talk about
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, what'd you see? Yeah.
Just the grind of it all.
Yeah, it's all right. We're 12. You know, we talked about, we got 13, 14, and you have basically 29 practice opportunities, and some guys use them all as teams, some coaches don't. We've been using about 28 of those over the course of the last 3 years, but tomorrow's really the halfway point, looking at it that way. And what makes it tough is a halfway point and a two-a-day practice, and so that's a lot. It's mostly mental in the grind, and you see other coaches around the country talking about it right now for everybody. It's like we talked about today. You start feeling sorry for yourself. There's 124 other teams that are doing the same thing. If they're not, then they're not going to win. But the people that are winning are investing in football, and they're taxed, and everybody's sore, and that's part of playing big boy football. You got to push yourself through it, and that's kind of where we are.
How is your defensive line shaping up, and maybe in particular DeMontre Moore?
He's coming along. He's a guy that's made big plays. I think the problem with him has been it's kind of a feast or famine deal. That he's made big plays, but he showed the ability to hurt the football team too with contain issues, jumping off sides. Hadn't been able to stay. Look out there, and he's flopping around on the ground. So he's a guy that we've got to corral. He's got to understand his role and become a every down player that's consistent and not just a great play and then we don't see you and then maybe a penalty. And we've expressed that to him. I'm not talking out of school or anything like that. He knows where we feel, and he's a very, very talented guy that needs to understand that we need him to be productive for us, and he needs to be solid in the other parts of the game. He doesn't need to be counterproductive. So if we can get him to that consistently, I think he's shown the ability, like he did Saturday, with coming off the edge and being able to do some things. He made plenty of plays for us.
In the line overall?
I've been the addition of Mathis. We got Ennis back. That gives you Hatton, who's 300 pounds, and Neely in there. So we got 4 guys going. We moved Polo in there, who's, he's 270 right now as a freshman. Lonzo's been in there a little bit. He's 270, but we've got those 4 guys inside there. And while those freshmen are starting to feel their way, outside, you're looking at Stansberry and Obi Oha at one end. And, they've done a nice job. Obi Oha's been really, really good for us and is really pushing Stansberry and basically has really made Stansberry a better player. Competition's a coach's best friend. And then on the other side, DeMontre is really playing well, but the young Taylor has come in. Anybody who's seen his body, everybody looked at him when he was recruited. I think it said he was 210. You look at him, he doesn't look like he's not 210 now. He's getting closer to 240 and has really shown a motor and ability to flash. So, those young guys have come in and done a nice job from an effort standpoint, really, really pushed our veterans and give us a change of pace outside. So, we've basically got a whole new D-line than we had in the spring, which Coach Price is happy about. Mm-hmm. But Coach Price is not getting a whole bunch of sleep, so his hair is falling out and his eyes are red because he's working like crazy trying to get the proper match, the proper rotation. And I think out of that group, we're not where we need to be, but I think out of that group, we feel a lot better than we did leaving spring football when you can rotate that group in there and be able to play in the league we're getting ready to play in.